want to bring something to people's attention that has become a serious and chronic problem over the past few years. Unfortunately, millions of people each year suffer with a disease that is truly debilitating and sometimes painful, and can often weigh heavily on people's lives and their families. So this video is going to serve as a health-related public service announcement for raising awareness. Each year, FCoDS spreads around this time of season and is quite contagious and infectious for those not aware of the symptoms. FCoDS unfortunately has many different symptoms, some of which are very obvious and some of which are not even visible. So spreading awareness for FCoDS today is the goal, so that people out there afflicted with this problem can self-diagnose and seek treatment necessary to prevent and stop this disease. FCoDS is known as Fuck Call of Duty syndrome. Although not medically recognized by any major medical association other than the Ass Kickers Anonymous, it's still a major problem today for millions of gamers. So I'm going to help you identify the problem and hopefully prescribe some treatments that will help you fight this horrible illness. But first, let's talk contraction. How do people come down with FCoDS? Around this time of year, most people have played Call of Duty non-stop for about 6 months. You've ranked up all you can, you unlock your guns, your kill streaks, yet continue to play and feed this addiction like a crackhead who'll snort table salt thinking it'll give him a hit. Overexposure to Call of Duty is the main cause of the problem. Now, everybody has a different tolerance for this, so there's no estimate as to when the symptoms will actually begin. Sometimes it may take an hour, sometimes a month, sometimes a year, but the fact is that overexposure will certainly trigger bouts of FCoDS in some form or another. Now, diagnosing FCoDS is also a tricky proposition because there are a number of different symptoms that can actually occur. The most obvious signs are severe frustration, spontaneous fits of cursing or rage, yelling at people for being a noob or an asshole, calling up your internet to complain that you're lagging like a motherfucker, heading over to Twitter to troll employees of Activision by telling them they can't build a game for shit anymore and the only decent game they made was Call of Duty 4, and finally, breaking any equipment associated with electronic gaming consoles. Now please be advised that these are not the only symptoms associated with FCoDS, but they are the most common. You may or may not experience some of the aforementioned signs, but there could be plenty more undocumented symptoms. Since FCoDS is a new age disease, studies have only been preliminary and the results would be premature. The last thing the medical community would do is mislead you with unproven information and blowing their load too early in this matter. As for treatments, only experimental solutions have been tested and suggested with varying degrees of success. So far, no full cure or immunization has been created or discovered, so this seems to complicate the problem even further. Although we do have a few short-term solutions to relieve immediate problems, long-term solutions are the goal to discovering. Now, before I get into the short-term solutions, there is something we should all be aware of. As with any medical breakthrough, there are always con artists posing as benevolent corporations who advertise their own versions of cures. Unfortunately, most of them are willing to exploit you with false hope and swindle you out of your money. And we have discovered a few of these morally depraved bastards, but none larger than Activision themselves. The same maker of the cause of the problem even tries to help you eliminate your problems by showing you future Call of Duty games as if they're going to actually improve. Activision has endless means and realizes that every year around this exact time that FCoDS spreads like wildfire, and to help cure this problem, they roll out previews for the next Call of Duty to show that there's hope on the horizon. There's always something better out there as long as you're willing to pay money for it. Remember getting bored of killing noobs in Call of Duty 4? Well, let's go back to World War II with Nazis and dogs. Tired of tanks and World at War? Well, here's an explosion-filled trailer of Modern Warfare 2. Tired of commando lunges in Modern Warfare 2? Well, here's a cool named game called Black Ops. Tired of incessant lag and connection problems? Here's Modern Warfare 3's conclusion. Tired of endless unearned kill streaks and lag compensation? Well, here you go. Here's a trailer for Black Ops 2. This goes beyond any scam in the medical world. This is the equivalent of trying to cure alcoholism by using cocaine, and then trying to cure cocaine addiction with heroin. The cycle only continues and you never get better. But Activision continues to get richer. So be wary of advertisements of future products that promote something new and different when the reality is it's the same poison in a different wrapping. You can dip a piece of shit in a vat of bronze, it's still a piece of shit. You can dip that bronze shit into liquid gold, no matter what color the outside is, the inside is always going to be a piece of shit. The only effective treatments have been the simplest. Put the game down. For some, FCoDS hasn't affected their lives in years. Some have discarded Call of Duty altogether and have thus eliminated their exposure 100%. Ask any gamer who hasn't played Crap Ops or Modern Warfare 3. Do they suffer from fuck Call of Duty syndrome? Probably not. For other people, solutions may include playing another game for a while. Suggestions include Mass Effect 3, sports games like FIFA or Madden, action games like Uncharted, Halo, Little Big Planet, or pretend like you're swinging around a sword like some fucking Jedi Master in front of Xbox Connect. Your neighbors may look at you through your window wondering what the fuck is wrong with you, but at least you're healthy and free of FCoDS. Some people have adjusted completely away from a console and done other things like get a job, start a hobby, find a girlfriend or a boyfriend if you swing that way, or got off the couch and actually exercised. Anything other than continuing on with their Call of Duty addiction will prevent the dreaded FCoDS from attacking you again. Trust me, from personal experience, I have fought off my FCoDS successfully through hard work, ranking my ass up in Mass Effect 3 and punking bitches on SSX. So for those of you who feel symptoms associated with FCoDS, please feel free to look for help and guidance because there's always a way out, and there are a number of ways to find happiness again. And to make sure your fellow gamers also find help, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit, and be sure to stay tuned for more videos on how to stop this horrible illness.